Welcome to Rail. With Rail, you can design, run, distribute reusable AI experiments. Who is this tool for? Researchers in academia, industry, and European projects. What can you expect? Develop, execute, and share experiments. Access AIoD's metadata catalog. Run your experiments on AIoD's hardware. Now that you know what Rail can do, let's take a look at how it works step by step. Homepage redirects you to documentation where you can get yourself familiar with Rail framework. In order to perform various operations on the website, you need to log in. By clicking on Datasets tab, you can browse through all the AIoD datasets and their associated metadata. One of the fundamental features Rail provides is an option to create and run your experiment on AIoD infrastructure. To start off, you need to navigate to the Experiments tab. First, you need to create an experiment template that represents the unchanging foundation of an experiment. More specifically, an experiment template specifies the runtime, the requirements, as well as the execution code together with a list of supported environment variables. To do that, click on the Create a Template and fill in all the required fields according to your liking. Here, we provide a simple example template. In order to avoid execution of any harmful code on the AIoD platform, a newly created experiment template needs to be manually evaluated by the Rail team before the template is ready to be used. Once the template is approved and its corresponding Docker image is correctly built, the experiment template can be used for creating a new experiment that parameterizes the underlying template. Start off with creating a new experiment, which can be performed by clicking the Create an Experiment button. In the field where you specify the experiment template to expand upon, you can search for your particular template. If the template is not found in the list, it means it's not ready to be used for experiment creation. Fill in all the required fields to create an experiment. Some fields are template specific. An experiment customizes its experiment template. When creating an experiment, you can specify what AIoD assets, publications, datasets, and models you wish your template to work with. Additionally, you may also modify the template by specifying particular values for predefined environment variables the experiment template supports and that were defined beforehand. Here we provide a simple example experiment. Once you create an experiment, you're provided with a screen summarizing the experiment's properties as well as an associated list of experiment runs. An experiment run represents the actual execution of the experiment. The runs themselves cannot further modify its experiments by design to make them reproducible. In order to run a new experiment run of a particular experiment, simply click the Create New Experiment Run button. Once you create a new experiment run, you may further inspect its execution by clicking the I icon in the Experiment Runs table. Once an experiment run is finished, you're provided with the program logs, as well as the metrics and files you can download. If you wish to store some artifacts from your experiment, you need to store them on a particular path in order to be exposable and downloadable. All these instructions can be found either in documentation or on a page for creating an experiment template. With just a few steps, Rail takes you from setup to execution and sharing. Create, execute, share AI experiments. Try Rail on AIoD today.